Sure he's not coming. No, they haven't texted me.
Okay, everyone, take your seats. Thank you. Before we begin this meeting, before I call the meeting to order, I would just like to ask if we could take a moment of silence in order to remember and honor those who've lost their lives on 9/11. Okay, thank you. And I would just like you all to just remember this day. It's been 18 years and it still weighs on heavy on people's hearts, and it is something to never forget. It's 2023, I'm sorry. Okay, so now I'll call this meeting to order. Would anyone like to utilize open forum at this time?
Hey guys, I'm sure all of y'all are kind of aware of what's going on the last couple of days. There was 2 sexual assault reports, one that came this morning. And I just wanted to say, just kind of talk about that a little bit. If anyone in the room is ever feeling unsafe, I don't want to speak for all the guys in here, but you can always text me personally if you ever need a ride. But as senators, a little more seriously, we represent a lot of schools here, we represent a lot of students. They're probably gonna have a lot of questions for us about the resources and programs that Auburn offers to make sure they're safe. And so I think we should be on the same page to point them in those directions. That's the security shuttle, 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. You call that number. That's the blue lights. The numbers on those blue lights you see all around campus. Campus safety in general, that office, we want to make sure we point them in that direction if they have any questions. The Lyft ride share program, something that's been kind of making its way back into the fold, and it kind of went away for a little bit. People didn't really know how to use that. So I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. Those are the resources that in your office hours this week, we need to make sure that we're kind of pointing to if anyone ever has any questions for us, because we're the ones that are responsible for making sure those programs and resources are always available for all the students. So thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Would any other senator like to utilize open forum? Okay, now we're going to let the Ms. Homecoming candidates in one. Hey y'all, my name is Meg. If we haven't met yet, we're here tonight to talk a little bit about Ellie Crotehe's campaign this week for Miss Auburn, which is Encourage with Ellie. She really wishes she could be here tonight, but she's actually at Tiger Paw practice right now because she's so awesome. But I'm gonna let the rest of the team talk a little bit more about her campaign.
So Ellie's first point in her campaign is acceptance for individuals with Down syndrome. Ellie really wants to emphasize that although they do have this intellectual disability, it doesn't prohibit them from living a completely normal life, but that can only happen if we welcome them with open arms.
Ellie's second platform point is all about awareness, and so we hope to educate the Auburn family on Down syndrome and how that occurs. And so Down syndrome is a genetic disorder that affects the 21st chromosome, as there's an extra copy.
Ellie's third point is advocacy. Awareness and acceptance can only go so far if you don't also advocate for your friends with Down syndrome, which is really what she's doing this week, just showing the Auburn family that even though they do have that intellectual disability, it doesn't mean that they're not all that different from us.
Yeah, so that is Ellie's campaign in a nutshell, and this is a campaign that's definitely near and dear to her heart because she's grown up with several individuals that has had Down syndrome. So she really embodies and lives out this platform of awareness, of acceptance, of advocacy. So she's very involved with the Eagles program, and that, again, just goes to show how much she lives out this platform. So we're really excited to encourage with Ellie, and hope you guys are as well. Thank you all.
Hi guys, my name is Kashaya, if I haven't had the chance to meet y'all yet. And I'm proud to be supporting and standing beside Isabella through this campaign. We first met each other about a year-ish ago, this time through Student Recruiters, and she was immediately someone in that organization who made me feel so welcome and so a part of that group. So when this all came about, there was literally no one else that I wanted to support than her.
Hey everybody, my name is Vincent and I'm supporting Isabella for Miss Homecoming, not only because what she's done for me and how she supported me, but I know she's the person to truly support Auburn students with her career preparedness platform. I've seen what she's done in SGA, we're both AVPs, every week she stands up, and I know what she does for her work for the Auburn community. And she was the president of CLA for 2 years, and during that time she was able to fight for Auburn students, and she got more scholarship opportunities for CLA students, and she created a connection between CLA and career discovery and success. So I know she's the person to support you all, support the rest of Auburn, and get the job done as Miss Homecoming.
Hey guys. I'm supporting Isabella this week for Miss Homecoming because when we met 2 years ago through Student Recruiter and then carried on throughout SGA, there were a couple important themes that were transparent across the board. That was not only her love for the Auburn family, but her love for serving people. And that is carried with me in my heart every individual day. I can see her on the concourse, we give her tour together, and now supporting her in Miss Homecoming. I'm excited to see what she does. We all know the impact that she can have on a space and on a person, and I'm really excited about her platform this week.
Okay, hi Senate, I'm Isabella. I came at the beginning of the year to introduce College Council. So if you remember, I'm the college side of it, and y'all are the everybody Senate side of it. And so over the summer, I put together from each of your individual colleges, from your president and vice president, 3 things in order. Mentorship, who are the professors and employers that write really good letters of recommendation and are just good to stay in touch with after you graduate. Number 2, personal development. What are these clubs and involvement, things like this? Like y'all are all becoming fabulous communicators and excellent people to work with and professional people by doing something like Senate. What's appropriate things that every person can do that's relevant to their major? And then most importantly, professional experience. In your specific major, what is everybody else doing? Is everybody doing an internship this summer? Does everybody co-op? Do you have to take a professional licensing exam to start doing your actual job? And so we put all of that together in Wise with Wireman, which is an aub.ie link. It's going out tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And no matter what you're thinking this week, and if the concourse is your least favorite place, I still encourage you, find your major, because you do not know what you don't know. And I really want this website to stay long after I am out of Auburn and gone after homecoming. Something with College Council, because it's something they worked so hard on. Y'all understand more than anybody how hard SGA tries to work. Leave something tangible and to make students' lives easier. So I appreciate Senate for hosting me. Thank y'all all, War Eagle, and I hope this Friday you'll be wise with Wireman.
Hey guys, my name is John David, if I haven't had the chance to meet you. I'm super honored to be Lauren's campaign manager for this week, and we've been working super hard over the past few weeks to put together a campaign that we hope resonates with you guys. Lauren's gonna share a little bit more about her platform, but Lauren's been my friend for the past, since freshman year in Freshman Forum, and like I said, I couldn't be more honored to be her campaign manager. So I hope something that we share with you guys resonates with you guys, yeah.
Hey y'all, my name is Angie. I'm so excited and honored to stand along with Lauren throughout her campaign journey. And I resonate with her platform personally because I personally struggled finding housing through Auburn, especially freshman year, with everything on campus being full and not having a place to find and stay with for a freshman year. And having what Lauren's plans is absolutely incredible for the Auburn community. And I'm excited for her to share her platform.
Hey y'all, like they said, my name is Lauren and I'm so honored to be able to speak in front of y'all and share this platform. My platform is titled Lean on Lindsay, and it is about addressing the housing crisis that is going on campus and how it affects vulnerable groups of students, such as students that are low income, international, out of state, or considered homeless. And I plan to do this through these 3 main goal points. The first being like community. Community, I plan to work with the Auburn community to create a system of housing projects that is able to accommodate students when on-campus housing is not readily available. The second point being work. So I plan to physically work with Habitat for Humanity to actually create these types of projects and bring them to fruition. And the last being opportunity. So giving students that have construction, architecture, and design-based majors the ability to put forth their skills that they're learning in classes and be able to see all of the work that they're putting in come to fruition through these projects that we talked about. So thank you all so much for letting me share. I hope y'all can lean with Lindsay this Friday.
Hey y'all, I'm Lucy Alford. I'm getting to serve as Kate's top 5 this year, but I've also gotten to work with Kate for the past almost 3 years now, and she's just been so wonderful and kind and all things good and every quality that you would want to see in your Miss Homecoming.
Hey everybody, familiar faces up here, but we are here on behalf of Kate Shackelford and just wanted to tell y'all a little bit about her platform. So it is centered around the self-defense class that Auburn offers. This is a class that Kate took after an incident her freshman year, and she really wanted to find some source of strength and be empowered and make sure that she felt like she was equipped to be as safe as possible on campus and post-grad. So this week she wants to increase awareness of this class, increase funding, but also just increase advocacy for safety on campus and in the community at large.
Hey y'all, so I got to know Kate through Greek Classic last year, and when I heard about her platform, it really resonated with me. I've got 2 older sisters that live up north in New York City and Boston, and I can't say it doesn't really worry me hearing about them coming back on the subway at night, sometimes at 11 and 12 o'clock, when there's a lot of crime going on up there. And as Auburn continues to send students all over the country and all over the world, I think it's really important to prioritize these self-defense classes, especially for our ladies and everyone. So really big fan of Kate and her platform.
Yeah, so upon my first time meeting Kate, it was clear about her compassion for this university and its students. She told me a little bit about her experience and her experience with also taking the self-defense class. She said it was an incredible resource that needed to be expanded. And so in doing that, she's advocating for more class times, better funding, et cetera. And like Jack was saying, this is a problem up north, but it's now creeping its way into our campus as well. Like Jake was talking about, we've all gotten the alerts this past week of incidents around this campus. So her platform is now especially important.
So we hope that you will be heard with Shackelford this Friday. Thanks guys, thank y'all.
Thanks y'all.
Dylan, is there one more out there? Okay. I really do encourage y'all to get to know these 5 women. They're really awesome, perfect examples of Auburn women, and it would really be, you all should utilize them on the concourse, get to know them, get to know their platforms, and not just what their slogan is. So anyone else like to utilize open forum? If not, we'll go into the approval of the minutes. The minutes were sent out electronically last Tuesday. Are there any corrections to the minutes? By seeing none, the minutes will be approved and corrected, and we'll move into officer reports starting with the president.
Hey all, the first thing I wanted to ask really quickly is what issues did y'all see during the first football game that y'all would like to see?
The totals were incredible.
That's really good. Thanks, Dylan. Anybody else?
Everybody had a great game. I think the concession lines were pretty lengthy, so. I noticed I was waiting in one of those concession lines, and I left at about 6 minutes left in the first quarter and didn't get back until halftime. So I spent a long time down there, and I was talking to everybody because I like to meet people. And they all told me that they were only down there for a water or like a Coke, but they had to wait for an hour and a half just to get that instead of like a hamburger or something like that. So if they were like kiosks or something, you could just get
Preach, guys. That's good.
I felt like I heard a lot of complaints about how like the lines were really good up until right before kickoff and students earlier.
I had a few issues with using my student card to pay for concessions. I don't know if it was just me, but like I think I had to go to 2 concessions to get food.
We heard that kind of too.
Okay.
The like water filter thing where you can like put your own water bottle and refill it was like out after first quarter too.
Yeah.
So.
Anybody else? That's great. You also said a lot of the same things we heard in Kevin, which is really good. And then I wanted to give you all progress on a few of our exec goals. We've had a bunch of meetings on the math and the app recently, and those are all headed in great directions. And so in the incoming weeks, and I told y'all this a few weeks ago, we're going to try to do a presentation just to kind of give y'all where we're at now, and maybe where y'all y'all can help. And then lastly, another exec goal is information upon class registration. Dylan and I have a meeting on Friday about, is there anything like really specific that you'd like to see when you register for a class?
I think this pertains to business students mostly, but if there's a test, if the class tests on a different day, it'd be great to know that, so you can know, like if you have a class during that testing time.
Right. Else? Cool. And then the last thing I really want to encourage y'all with is come to the homecoming parade and pep rally on Friday. I think it's really important for us as student leaders to be there, to be involved, and to really continue to bolster the homecoming environment that we're trying to build. And also to just pay attention this week to homecoming festivities and try to get as much feedback as possible, because there's probably going to be a survey after this week. But that's pretty much it for me. Thank you all for the feedback.
Thanks, John. And the next we'll move into a report from Vice President of Outreach.
Hey everyone, happy Monday. Only a few things for me. Right now we have lobby board interviews going on this week. And then I want to reiterate what JD just said about the homecoming parade and pep rally. One, it stands out if students are involved in the pep rally and part of the city, because you live here. So please show up and show out and attend the pep rally after the parade. It's this Friday at 6 p.m. And then voter registration day will be next Tuesday, September 19th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the concourse. So come support your friends. And then Heyday volunteer applications will open next Monday, that's September 18th. And then lastly, so we have Career Discovery and Success has a Auburn Answer poll out right now for a new name for their career development and job platform. So I would love for y'all, I'm sending this, if you want to get out your phone or pull up GroupMe on your computer, I'm sending out the poll link. And if you want to take a couple minutes, it's 2 questions. They would really appreciate the student feedback because they really do want to give y'all the chance for your opinion to be taken into consideration with the new name. It's taking the place of Handshake if y'all ever used that before. Is it working? Maybe. Yes. Okay, you'll sign in with your AU credentials. It just asks 1 question. Give feedback. If you don't want to give feedback, just say none or NA. All right, thank y'all so much. Hope y'all have a great week.
Thanks, Patty. Y'all fill out that survey from her, and then we'll hear our report from executive team of staff.
Hey y'all, trying to think where to start. Our cabinet meeting next week is gonna be a crossover with athletics. The cabinet is gonna be meeting in Jordan-Hare Stadium in order to discuss some of that game day feedback y'all just gave, and also to hear their perspective on what they want students to know. And so even though this is gonna be our cabinet meeting, y'all are welcome to attend if this is something you're interested in or feel really passionate about, or if you just want a chance to go on the field. That's really awesome. The only other thing that I have is commenting on the SGA Instagram is really cool. Like, it's really in right now, it's trending. People love to like go look at the Instagram and be like, wow, like Lucy commented 4 words or more, you know? So like, comment, repost, I promise it's cool. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Jill. Now a report from Dylan.
Hey everyone. So a couple things for me. Health and wellness. We are currently working on a wellness day tabling event on the concourse that we're going to work with some administrators from the rec to promote physical and mental health sometime this fall. So we're still planning that, but just to put it on y'all's radar, more to come. With dining, I know y'all heard we've gotten some negative feedback about the new dining plans from particularly from freshmen who live off campus because of those meal swipes that they're not using and are just kind of going to waste. So dining is working on that. We have new game day concessions software, so hopefully that'll clear up some of the troubles that we talked about earlier from game day as far as concessions. Students love the Costa Coffee machine in the library, so y'all go check that out if you haven't yet. And then we're also doing some work with Fresh Blends. You gonna cover that on yours? All right, awesome. Athletics, shaker distribution. It's Friday, 3 o'clock. Everyone be there. It's a great time. University Ops, we're currently working on getting some student feedback for an initiative of like a pickup / drop-off zone for students. I know a lot of students do that. They pick up and drop off their friends on campus or right off campus anyways. So we're trying to find a way to make that kind of more streamlined in the future. And then other than that, our SGA marketing team in cabinet is working with the parking office and also the safety and security office this year to kind of get more infographics out to the general public and the students to better serve them. That's it for me. You'll let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.
Excellent. That concludes our officer reports. We'll move into standing committee reports, starting with academic affairs.
Rudolph Engineering. Not much in academic affairs this week. Emma Francis is really working on looking at how we can minimize what we allow ourselves to have opinions on when it comes to academic learning and or testing outside of classes. It has proven to be a curse, but at the same time a blessing. So we're navigating some conversations as we get feedback around that. Moving on down the pipeline, we're looking into resource groups outside of Auburn University in the summer when you study abroad or when you intern in another city, to possibly partnering with some alumni associations so you have the support to succeed when you're not at Auburn University. Michael is scheduling some time with our Dean of Libraries, hopefully in the coming weeks, to do a walk of the library space whenever I respond to his email. I remember that, Michael, don't worry. Looking at how we can get TV to some of our academic study spaces. Besides that, we are also looking into getting some data on class participation and stuff like that when it comes to registration. But that's all we have in academic affairs. Thank you.
Thanks, Tyler. Next, we'll move into budget and finance.
Treadwell Business, so BNF committee had a successful final budget hearings last Thursday. After about 3 hours of debate, we cut $230,000. So that was a success. That final budget legislation will be coming across the floor as future orders next week. Thank y'all.
Exciting stuff from BNF coming soon.
Thomas.
Hearing at large, really just a continuation of projects on our end. We're still working on the 320 crosswalk with Jack, still working on communicating with the cabinet and getting a survey out related to SGA exec and Ms. Homecoming eligibility. We've got a lot of updates and clarifications to the code that need to be made, so those will be coming across in the coming weeks. And I'll be sure to promote the I voted stickers on Friday.
Let's do that.
Hi everybody, in business. Hope you all had a good couple of weeks. Just a couple of things from me. They made some improvements inside of the stadium that you probably noticed. They added some tape like right at the stairs, which would be great, especially for if it's raining or anything like that. They also added captioning, and it's on the TV strips that's right above or right below the upper deck. So those are some awesome improvements. For the SGA subcommittee, Jake Boone and I have a meeting with members of the Alabama Senate tomorrow to talk about Operation Iron Rock, which is a joint event for the student veterans of Auburn and Alabama to help raise awareness. If you don't know what that is, they go on a 151-mile march. This year it starts in Bryant-Denny and then it ends in Jordan-Hare. I do want to keep reminding you guys to press those automatic door openers. Let me know if they don't work. Thank you all so much. Have a good week.
Thanks, Carter. Next student affairs.
Element large. So we had a good week this week, had a few meetings. I'll start with athletics. Case is beginning to work on a project to inquire about adding words to the alma mater to the video boards when it's played after each home game, so everyone can know the words when they're singing it. Health and wellness, we had a meeting Tuesday with Dr. Cam, went awesome with the rest of his staff. We discussed adding the med clinic to the wellness day Dylan was talking about. And he also expressed high numbers of scooter-related injuries. We are open to solutions. So if you have any solutions, we're very open. Dining, we had a meeting with Dining last Tuesday. It went great. So more on the dining plan. So they're working on this new food option called Foy on the Fly. And this would allow students to use swipes for like a grab and go meal, like a burger and fries or something, that they'd be able to use a swipe and grab food and go, rather than going to the edge and sitting down. Let's see what else. They're also adding to Cafe 25, this is for the engineering students, a pizza robot. So it's a robot that's gonna make pizza. It's pretty awesome. And then with Fresh Blends Dining, that's moving forward with Fresh Blends. Gonna schedule a meeting with one of their national reps with Eric Smith, the director of the rec, and Glenn, the director of dining. Also wanted to let y'all know that Latin Heritage Night is September 20th at the Edge. There's gonna be salsa dancing and Latin heritage trivia. And I'm pretty sure it's free food, is it not? It is? I think it is.
If I got it passed through Senate.
Oh, awesome. So, it is free food. And then with parking, we're talking to Jake and Ryan Corper about meeting with Impact, with Jake's project, with using Impact hours to pay for some parking tickets, and then campus safety. We're continually gathering feedback about the 320 issue. And we're in the process of scheduling a meeting with the Cabinet City Relations team to collaborate on that. But if y'all have any feedback, we need all the feedback we can get with the 320 issue. So if y'all have any statistics, data, we're very open to that. That's all we got. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, Jeff. And finally, executive committee.
Alfred at large, hey y'all. Not much from me other than that the office hour and involvement form has been going to everyone's junk. So if y'all didn't get your forms in, don't worry about it this week. I think I'm gonna send it in the group from now on because Jamie and I think that Outlook thinks that I'm a scammer. So that's all. Thank y'all.
That concludes our exec reports, or committee reports. We'll move into liaison reports. Honors College.
Butterfield Honors College. So the past 2 weeks, our Honors Congress had a back-to-school photo shoot and a Sanford session. They also had a tailgate, a movie night, and then tonight we finished our plastic bag drive and had a Flight the Bee working meeting where we were folding bags to send off to homeless shelter, and we raised 1,022 bags. Honor Serves got their service projects locked down for the semester, so they're going to be tutoring at the Auburn High School, partnering with Period Auburn, Compassus Hospice, East Alabama Food Bank, Esperanza House, and Lee County Humane Society. And then the Honors College also had a hater. This week, the Honors Congress is having treats and trivia tomorrow night at 6 p.m. In the library. And then they're also having Sanford sessions on Wednesday where they're going to make bracelets and play some soccer. The Honors College is hosting parents' weekend tailgate on Cater Lawn this weekend. And then Diversity and Honors is having a mental health discussion tomorrow night at 5 p.m. because if you guys didn't know, it's Suicide Prevention Month.
Okay, that concludes our reports from liaison, so we're going to move into current orders of business, starting with PSSB 2308-2801.
Marino COSAM asks for approval of the following in the following sections. In the Code of Laws table on contents and sections, the sections shown, I propose that the term schools be amended to colleges to reflect the decision made at the March 2023 meeting that officially made the schools on Auburn's campus renamed to colleges.
Is there a second?
Second.
Now that it has been moved and seconded, is there any debate? Okay, seeing no debate, you can get your phones or computers out and vote in the Canvas quiz. Okay, the ayes have it, and this bill will be adopted as written. And next, we'll move on to the next current order of business, 2308-2802.
Hearing at large asks for approval of the following to be struck from the code line 1012.2. Students must have no holds in the Auburn University registration system and will be eligible to vote. I mean, this bill as written.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is moved and seconded, is there any debate? Seeing no debate, you all can go vote. Okay, the ayes have it, and this bill will be passed as written. That concludes current orders. We'll move on to future orders. This bill is brought to you by Senator Auburn.
Alfred at large. PSSB 2309-0409. I ask for approval of the following Cortland McNeese PSC liaison. I asked to pass the bill as written.
Oh, just any questions?
Any questions? Yeah. Any questions?
Just a little clarification, usually as a future order liaison would get up here and give a presentation. She has a presentation, but she was having car troubles. So I'll send that presentation out to y'all in the recap so you can look at it, but then she'll go through it next Senate meeting. Okay, if there's no questions, then that concludes future orders. And we'll move on to some announcements that I have for y'all. So I have the feedback that y'all gave me from the retreat. I have it and I'm working on getting that back to you guys. If you haven't filled out that form, or if you want to fill it out again for something else that you want to learn about Senate, or more things that you want to be more knowledgeable on, fill it out or just text me. But if you can fill out the form, it'll be anonymous. And this week, I'm working on sending y'all out something on benchmarking and researching so that y'all can go through and kind of gain that knowledge on those things. Like the exec reports said, please be participating in homecoming this week, shaker distribution, the parade. BSU has the celebration of 60 years of integration tailgate at 2 on Saturday, so that'll be super fun to go to. Ring week is next week. Ashton's not here to tell you all that, but that's super exciting. So Monday they have a special guest coming, so go and get your rings on the first day it opens. I'm actually not sure who the special guest is, so I guess we'll see. Another important date to know is October 12th, which is a Thursday. We're going to be having a dinner with SGA, ISO, and BSU, and it will be in, Jill, is it in here? It's somewhere, TBD. But it's October 12th, so just mark that in your calendars. And Hay Day is also coming up October 18th, so that's so exciting. And y'all, please remember to text me with any questions, concerns, or anything that I can guide y'all, any projects you want to work on, or anything at all. So that's all. Keep up the good work, and this meeting is adjourned.
My sister is Kelly. Set up here. The Down syndrome. Yeah.